Chapter 1. The Wreck. The storm hits without warning. Winds scream through the darkness, tearing the ocean apart. Lightning flashes, splitting the sky in half. I hear wood breaking. Voices shouting. Then, silence swallowed by thunder. The deck tilts. Water floods across my feet. I grab a rail, my hands slipping on wet metal. Someone yells my name, but I can't see who. A wall of water crashes. Over the ship. Cold. Crushing. Endless. I lose my grip. The world flips. I am underwater. The sound of the storm vanishes, replaced by a deep, roaring silence. Bubbles rise around me like white ghosts. I try to swim, but I don't know which way is up. My lungs burn. Everything spins. Then light. A pale shimmer above me. I fight toward it. My chest feels like it's going to burst. The surface breaks open. I gasp. Salt water fills my mouth. I choke, cough, breathe again. The ship is gone. No suds. No lights. Just waves, black and endless. A piece of debris floats nearby. I grab it. Wood from the railing. Splinters cut into my palms, but I hold tight. Help! I scream. The ocean doesn't answer. The thunder fades in the distance. All that's left is the sound of waves. And my heartbeat. Hours pass, minutes. I can't tell anymore. My arms ache. My lips taste like iron. Then I see it. A shadow. A line between sky and sea. Land. I kick toward it. Every breath sharp. Every movement heavy. The current pulls me back, but I keep going. Waves crash against my face. Salt blinds my eyes. But I don't stop. The sand catches me suddenly. My knees hit the shore. I crawl forward until I collapse. The tide creeps up and retreats again, washing over my fingers. I lie there for a long time, listening to the soft hiss of the ocean. The storm is gone. The stars return, pale and distant. And I am alive. When I wake, the sun is already high. The air is hot, sticky, heavy. Gulls circle overhead. Their cries echo across the beach. I push myself up. My body aches everywhere. My clothes are torn, stiff with salt. The sea looks calm now, too calm, as if nothing happened. I turn around. Behind me, dense jungle rises up the slope. Dark green, tangled, breathing. The kind of place that hides things. I scan the beach. No footprints but mine. No wreckage, no people, no sound of engines. Only silence and wind. Hello. My voice disappears into the trees. No answer. I walk along the shore, hoping to find something. Anything. A boat. A body. A clue. Instead, I find marks on the sand. Not mine. Too large. Too deep. And leading toward the forest. I freeze. They're old, but not that old. The edges are still sharp. Someone's been here. The thought both comforts and terrifies me. I follow them. The sand grows darker, softer. The trees close around me, swallowing the sky. The air changes damp, heavy still. Every sound echoes too long. Branches snap underfoot. Something moves in the distance. I stop. Listen. Only the wind. But it doesn't sound like wind. I keep walking. The path narrows. Roots twist like snakes beneath my feet. The forest hums faintly, almost like breathing. After a while, I reach a clearing. A pool of water lies in the center, still and black. No ripples, no reflection. I crouch down and touch the surface. It's warm, too warm. A faint shimmer moves. Beneath the water, like something alive. I pull my hand back quickly. My skin tingles. I don't drink. Instead, I keep moving. Up the hill, away from the beach, away from the pool. I find a patch of dry ground under a massive tree. Its roots rise like walls around me. Ich sit exhausted. The forest is alive with distant noises. Insects, birds, something else. As night falls, the air cools. The shadows grow longer. I gather branches and dried leaves. I've never built a fire before, but I try anyway. Flint from my pocket knife sparks once, twice. Then flame. The fire crackles softly. Its light pushes the darkness back a little, but the forest doesn't like it. I can feel it watching. Eyes, not animals. Too still, too quiet. I tell myself it's nothing. Just exhaustion. Just fear. But I keep the fire close. Hours pass. I drift in and out of sleep. Dreams twist into memories. The storm, the sea, the ship breaking apart. When I wake again, the fire is almost dead. Ash glows faintly in the dark. And then I hear it. A sound from the trees. Soft, slow, like footsteps in wet soil. I sit up. Who's there? No answer. Just another step. Closer. The firelight flickers. The shadows move strangely, bending in ways shadows shouldn't. I grab a stick from the fire, holding it like a weapon. Stay back. Nothing. Only silence again. Then, just before the last flame dies, I see it. A shape between the trees. Tall, thin, still, watching. My heart stops. It doesn't move, but somehow it feels closer, like the forest itself has eyes. The darkness swallows it. Gone. I sit there until the first light of dawn creeps through the branches. Every muscle in my body shakes. The sun rises, golden and warm, and for a moment, I almost believe it was a dream. Almost. But when I stand up, I see something on the ground near the fire. A footprint. Not mine. Not human. Too long. Too deep. The ash around it is still warm. As if something stood there, watching me, until sunrise. Chapter 2. The Shadows. The morning sun doesn't warm me. It just exposes how alone I am. The beach looks endless. The ocean flat and cruel. The waves crash softly, mocking me. I check my arm. Scratches. Bruises. No broken bones. But the ache runs deeper than the skin. The footprint by the ashes is still there. Unchanged. Sharp-edged. As if the thing that left it wants me to remember. I move away from the camp, keeping close to the tree-line. Birds scatter overhead, their wings loud in the silence. Every sound echoes too long here. Too far. I follow the stream inland. It winds through rocks and roots. Cold and clear. At least the water is drinkable. I cut my hands. Take a slow sip. It tastes metallic. Like blood. I tell myself it's just the minerals. Just my imagination. But the aftertaste lingers. Further up, I find something strange. A shape half buried in moss. Not rock. Not tree. Metal. Rusted. Bent. I scrape off the moss. Letters. Half gone. Something about rescue. Part of a ship. Maybe mine. Hope flares for a moment. Then fades. No people. No signal. Just wreckage swallowed by time. I walk until the trees close in tighter. Vines hang low. Thick and wet. The air feels heavier. Harder to breathe. And there, a clearing. In the center, a small wooden hut. Old. Collapsing. But still standing. I freeze. Someone built this. Someone lived here. I circle slowly, eyes scanning the ground. Bones, small ones, maybe animal. Broken pottery. A knife blade, rusted and dull. And footprints again. Different from mine. Older, but not ancient. I push the door open. It creaks like a scream. The smell hits me first. Rot, salt, and something sweet. Inside, a single bed made from driftwood. A table. A notebook. I pick it up carefully. The pages are damp, stuck together. The ink has bled, but I can still read some words. Date 21. The island moves at night. The sounds come closer. They mimic my voice now. If anyone finds this, don't stay after dark. My throat goes dry. The handwriting is shaky. Desperate. I flip the page. Half of it's torn out. There's something written on the back cover. Scratched deep into the wood beneath the paper. They don't like fire. I close the notebook and step outside. The forest hums quietly. The air feels charged, like something's waiting. I build another fire before sunset. The flames rise fast. I sit close to it, watching the smoke curl into the trees. The shadows bend strangely, like they're alive. I try to convince myself I'm safe. But when the sun disappears, the forest changes. The sound begin again. Soft, distant, like whispers carried by wind. Then closer. Footsteps on wet leaves. Always circling, never showing. I stare into the dark. Every muscle tight. The fire crackles. Sparks drift upward like stars. Something moves beyond the light. A flash of white. Gone. Then I hear it. A voice. My voice. Calling from the trees. Help, please. My stomach drops. It sounds exactly like me. The same tone. The same breath. It repeats again. Help me. I'm lost. I cover my mouth, forcing myself not to answer. The fire pops loudly, echoing the sound of footsteps running. Closer, faster. I grab a burning branch, hold it toward the dark. Stay away. No response, but the forest listens. Then something moves just outside the glow. A figure, thin, hunched, swaying. Its skin catches the firelight like wet clay. It leans forward. Its mouth opens too wide, and it whispers in my voice again, "Don't let the fire go out." The branch slips from my hand. I fall back, scrambling away. When I look again, it's gone. Only the trees remain, and the fire, flickering lower. Now, I throw more wood on it. The flames rise again, and the shadows pull back. But not far, never far. The night stretches endlessly. I don't sleep. I don't even blink. The whispers continue. Sometimes close, sometimes far. When dawn finally comes, I'm shaking. The forest looks the same. Quiet, harmless. But the notebook still lies in my lap. Open to a page I don't remember turning. Day 22. They don't want me to leave. I stand up. The air feels colder, heavier. And for the first time, I realize I can't hear the ocean anymore. Only the wind. I pack what little I have. A knife, the notebook, a bottle of water, and head uphill. If there's an end to this island, I'll find it. The trees grow thicker, the ground steeper, the shadows longer. The sunlight barely reaches. The forest floor. Every breath tastes like dirt and salt. Halfway up the slope, I find something carved into a tree. Letters again, barely legible. A single word. Run. The bark is torn where someone clawed it out. Whoever they were. They didn't make it far. I keep moving. The slope levels out into a ridge. From there, I can see the other side of the island, or what's left of it. The land ends in a sheer cliff, dropping into violent water below. No boats, no sheeps, only white foam and broken rocks. And something else. At the base of the cliff, a shape, wooden beams, a mast, a shipwreck. Hope flickers again. Maybe someone else survived. Maybe there's a radio. I start climbing down. It takes hours. The rocks cut my hands. The waves crash hard enough to spray salt into my eyes. But I make it. The wreck is old. Not my ship. Too rotted. Half buried in coral and sand. A nameplate still clings to the hull. Arcadia. I step closer. Something moves inside the broken cabin. A shadow. Slow. Deliberate. Hello. My voice sounds weak. The shadow freezes, then vanishes into the dark. I step inside. The smell of decay fills the air. Bones scattered across the floor. Human. Small. Some still wearing bits of clothing. I back out quickly, stumbling onto the sand. The tide's coming in fast. Waves crash against the wreck, as if trying to bury it again. I look up. The ridge looms above me. The trees sway, though there's no wind. And somewhere behind them, something screams. Not an animal. Not human. Something in between. I run, climbing back up. The rocks, slipping, bleeding. The scream follows. It echoes off the cliff, off the trees, off the sea, until it sounds like it's everywhere. By the time I reach the top, the sun is already setting. I collapse in the dirt, chest burning, hands shaking. The shadows stretch toward me again. Long, reaching, alive. And as the first star appears, I hear the voice again. Mine, but older, tired, broken. Chapter 3. The Return. The night is endless. I don't remember falling asleep. I just remember waking up to the sound of waves again. Soft, slow, too close. But I'm nowhere near the beach. The tide shouldn't reach this high. I sit up. The ground beneath me is damp. The air smells like salt and rot. The forest has changed. The trees lean differently now. The sky looks wrong, darker, heavier. The sun doesn't rise where it should. The notebook lies beside me. Open again. New words, written in the same shaky hand. Date 23. I saw her. She looked like me. My stomach twists. I flip the page. Blank. I close the notebook. But my hands won't stop shaking. The echoes of that voice from last night still ring in my ears. You shouldn't have come back. Back from where? Back from the wreck? Back from death? I can't tell anymore. The air feels thicker, Every breath tastes of ash. Even the birds have stopped singing. I need to move. I can't stay here. I head downhill toward the beach. Maybe the sea can save me again. Maybe there's still a way out. The forest grows quieter with each step. Even the sound of my boots seems wrong. Muffled. Delayed, like it's echoing from somewhere else. When I break through the trees, the beach is waiting. But it's not the same beach. It's narrower, darker, as if the island has shifted. The ocean looks black. No waves now, just a slow, steady pulse. Like breathing. And there, at the edge of the water, something glints. A shape, a reflection. I walk closer. It's me, my body, lying half in the surf. Pale, still, eyes open. I stumble back, heart pounding so hard I can't breathe. No, that's not real. It can't be. But the face is mine. The same cut on the lip. The same torn shirt. The same bruises. The water moves around it gently, like it's guarding something precious. I drop to my knees. My hands touch the sand, but it doesn't feel real. It's too cold, too smooth. My reflection ripples in the tide. The other me doesn't move. Then slowly, the eyes blink. I scream and fall backward. The body sits up. Water pours from its mouth, from its eyes, from its skin. It looks at me and smiles. You left me, it says. My own voice, broken and hollow. I crawl away. The sand grips my legs, pulling me down like quicksand. The other me stands, dripping seawater that turns black when it hits the ground. You can't leave again, it whispers. No one leaves the island. The wind rises. The trees bend toward the sea. The world tilts. And suddenly the beach stretches for miles, covered in bodies. Hundreds, thousands. All of them me. Some fresh, some bones, some half buried in sand. Everywhere I look, my own face stares back. Silent, accusing. I scream until my voice breaks. The sound echoes and multiplies, coming back from the forest, from the cliffs, from beneath the waves. Dozens of versions of my voice, all saying the same word. Stay. The air cracks like thunder. The sea surges upward, rising higher, swallowing the shore. I run, through the trees, through the mud, through the whispering dark. But the island shifts again. The path I took yesterday is gone. The hut is gone. Even the ridge has changed shape. The island is alive, breathing, moving, watching. I fall to the ground. My hands sink into the soil. But it's not soil anymore. It's soft, warm, pulsing, like skin. I tear my hands free and stumble backward. The ground opens slightly, and I see eyes beneath the roots. Human eyes, watching. I run again. Branches slice my arms. The forest whispers my name, over and over. Then light, a clearing, the pool. It's the same one from before, still black, still motionless. But now, it reflects me perfectly. Even as I tremble, the reflection stands still. I step closer. The water hums softly. The same metallic tone from the stream. A heartbeat. A pulse. The reflection tilts its head, smiling faintly. It lifts its hand, and I feel mine rise too. Not by choice. It speaks. The voice is mine, but colder. You were never rescued. I shake my head. No, you never left the wreck. No, you drowned, remember? My breath catches. Images flood back. The storm. The ship breaking apart. The water filling my lungs. The light fading. I fall to my knees. Tears mix with the salt on my face. The reflection leans closer. Its eyes empty and endless. This is where they all come. It says, all who die at sea, all who refuse to sink. The island remembers. The water ripples. Hands break the surface. Hundreds of them, pale and dripping, reaching toward me. I try to run, but my body won't move. The air thickens. The hands grab my ankles. Cold, strong, unrelenting. I scream again, but the sound doesn't escape. It stays trapped in my throat. The reflection steps out. Of the water. It's me, but older. Eyes black and empty. It places a hand on my face. Stop fighting, it says. It's easier if you remember. The moment its fingers touch me, the world goes white. I see flashes. The ship's sinking. The the bodies drifting, the island rising from the dark like a living thing. I see others before me, men, women, children, all walking these same forests, all seeing their own faces. And then I understand. The island isn't a place. It's a memory, a grave that dreams. When the light fades, I'm standing on the beach again. The waves lap quietly at my feet. The sun is setting, gold and blood red. I look down. The notebook lies in the sand. New writing covers the last page. Day 1. The wreck washed ashore today. She's alive. My hands tremble. The handwriting is mine. Behind me, the forest whispers softly. The same word again. Stay. I look toward the horizon. The ocean glows faintly, like molten gold beneath the waves. Beautiful. Deadly. I take one step into the surf. The water is cold. Alive. It wraps around my ankles like hands. Pulling. Welcoming. I should resist. I should fight. But I don't. Not anymore. The sun sinks lower. The light fades. The sea opens its mouth. And the island breathes in. The last thing I hear is my own voice whispering through the wind. You can't escape what you've become. And then, silence. Only the waves remain. Soft, rhythmic, endless, waiting for the next soul to wash ashore.